Hi everyone, Crazy Code here, and this is an original story straight from my mind. The name of the short story is Eternal Unity, Celestial Guardian Saga. This is the first chapter called Jealousy and Date. I hope you enjoy. Harold Jameson, an 18-year-old man with a passion for armored duels, finds himself in the middle of a love war involving Astoria Northwest, Gabrielle Rhodes and Fleur Rhodes. The three girls are both vying for his attention, while also trying to one-up each other. Astoria Northwest, a beautiful woman of 18 years of age, is having a bad day. Scratch says that her whole month is horrible and getting worse every moment that passes. She cannot believe that her friend Harold Jameson is being an annoyance. Harold is quite handsome, but sadly he is not the smartest when it comes to love. Astoria confessed her feelings for her, and he thought that the feelings that she confessed was her being his friend. Astoria asked in monotone, "Do you think you will ever be able to stop talking?" A very annoyed Astoria asked in monotone, "No, not a chance." "So, help me, please. I need to copy your homework. I forgot it yesterday." Harold cried out. "No." "So, shut up," Astoria said, and went back to reading the book for the next subject. Suddenly, a beautiful redhead girl walked towards them. It was Fleur Rhodes, Astoria's rival. "Bonjour Harold, you can copy my homework," Fleur said as she handed over her notes. Harold, as he was starting to copy Fleur's homework, said to her, "Thank you very much, Fleur. I owe you one." There is no doubt that the school they are attending is not your ordinary school. An academy of magic is a place where students are taught how to control their powers and how to use them effectively. In an attempt to glare at her rival, Astoria said, "You shouldn't spoil him." "I am not spoiling him, I am just helping him," Fleur said nonchalantly. "However, hey Harold, would you like to have a date at Ms. Diadem's cafe this weekend?" Fleur asked the dense boy for a date. Everyone was shocked by this. There is a school princess in the school who wants to go out with the dense boys around the campus at night. "Huh? Sorry, I have a date with Gabrielle that day," Harold said, not looking at her. "Gabrielle? You mean my older sister?" That is what Fleur said in an angry tone. Gabrielle Rhodes is known as the Ice Queen of campus, yet this guy is going on a date with him. "Yeah, she asked me earlier. You should have seen her. She was very red and cute when blushing," he said as he finished copying Fleur's homework. The boy was going to return the notebook, but before he had a chance to do it, Fleur had already left. Fleur was approaching her older sister, who was enjoying lunch. Her sister looks a lot like her but with blonde hair. "Why did you not tell me?" Her sister looked at her with a look of utter confusion in her eyes. "Tell you what?" Gabrielle asked with a smirk on her face. "That you are going to ask Harold out," Fleur yelled. "You were doing your transfiguration homework, so I did not disturb you. Also, I like my partner to be younger than I am," Gabrielle said as she stood up. "See you later, and don't try not to get jealous. It is not good to sully the name of House Rhodes because of sibling rivalry." Harold is walking through campus. He overhears a conversation between Gabrielle Rhodes and her sister, Fleur. They mention going on a date with him that weekend, which catches him off guard. He had no idea they were interested in him romantically. It is the weekend. Harold and Gabrielle are having a great time. They just finished their ice creams and will be having lunch at the restaurant at the end of the town near the campus. "Harold, let's eat at Miss Diadem's cafe," Gabrielle said as she took Harold's arm. "Sure, let's go," Harold replied as they walked and everyone was looking at them. "So what will you order when we get there?" Harold asked. "Strawberry tart and hot chocolate maybe." "Probably," Gabrielle said while doing a thinking pose. "You really love sweets, don't you?" Harold asked with a smile. Of course, sweets are the best. Unknown to the two of them, two girls were following them. These girls are Fleur and Astoria. Time has passed and both Harold and Gabrielle had a great time sailing the lake near the dorms, to the annoyance of both Fleur and Astoria. Harold on the other hand took Gabrielle on a ride at the lake. "That is how the Rhodes family almost got wiped out," Gabrielle said, finishing her explanation how her family almost got wiped out during the War of Houses. "Wow, that story is quite informative. I never knew that happened," Harold said in amazement. "So tell me, what is your favorite sport?" Gabrielle asked the younger man. "Armored duel, of course," Harold said in a proud tone. "Of course you do. Mine is the tones-down version, fast-paced duel," Gabrielle said with a smile. "Yeah, I like that as well, but I think using a giant armor in a fast-paced duel is more fun." "Oh, I brought chocolates." Gabrielle's eyes shined like it was Christmas, and she has dozens of gifts when she heard that. "So how did you make all of this?" "With the help of the dragon maids," Gabrielle asked. "They did help make the chocolate," Harold said as he took a chocolate and feed it to her. This shocked the girl very much, so Harold said, "Sorry." The headmaster said it would be good to start out strong on a date. And he is right. Harold laughed a little, then said, "You really are like a 7-year-old with chocolate and sweets, are you? Aren't we all?" Gabrielle just said and giggled. They finished sailing and both Fleur and Astoria saw them. Gabrielle moved closer to Harold, cupped his cheeks and moved her lips even closer. She is going to kiss him. Fleur and Astoria popped out of the bush and yelled, "Stop right there. Sister, stop whatever you are going to do to my Harold," Fleur said to her older sister, who is quite annoyed that someone stopped her from kissing her crush. "I don't know what is going on here, but please don't fight," Harold said, not knowing that he is the reason why they are fighting. "Yes, he is right," a woman's voice was heard. They all looked at the direction where it came from. It was Bellatrix Dover, the dark magic instructor. "Professor Dover," the 3 female students said, quite scared the woman. They all knew that the woman has a soft spot for Harold and is overprotective of him. "Yes, it's me. 2 weeks detention for the 3 of you, and you Jameson have a nice evening." "Hey, that's not fair," Fleur said as Gabrielle and Astoria covered her mouth. "Then is 3 weeks detention enough?" This caused both Gabrielle and Astoria to glare at her. "Jameson, follow me," the dark magic instructor said as Harold follows without thinking twice.